Liftoff will start in T-minus 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have ignition.
Live from the Tony Wallow Studios, it's the Ken Stout Live Show, featuring the Zoom homies, produced by L&K Productions. Got the microphone muted, so I get to do this again. Hello, everybody. Welcome into the Zoom homies on this Tuesday, May 16th, 2023. Yeah, I forgot to unmute my mic. On Zoom, you guys could hear me, but over YouTube, nobody could hear me. And now people are jumping in left and right. There's somebody in Zoom chat pretending to be someone we all know. I don't know if I'm gonna let this guy in or not. I got to do a real quick background check. Why is what grayed out? Josh looks fine to me. Doug's light looks a little low. Looks a little low. There we go. That's a little bit better. Oh, it's that coffee cup, that magical coffee cup. Brought the lights up for him. Yeah, no, we don't want to do that. Hello, Doug. Welcome into Zoom. Let me get oh, wait a minute. Nobody can hear you guys. Okay, I unmuted that. Let's try that again. Yeah, let's try the hello Ken again, please. Hello, Doug.
Just a minute, check my script, see if I said that right.
I knew it. Hey, Alexa.
Good to see you on this early edition. Yeah, special guest tonight.
Thank you.
That's it wasn't planned or anything until about noon-ish today or so. And this is Doug's response to my email today. So I'm going to gladly hand the reins over to him and take it away, Mr. Betts. That's B-E-T-T-S, by the way.
I was asked twice today if I was related to Mookie Betts.
Really?
Yeah. So Ken, you said you created a new channel.
I did.
And I want to find out what's your objective? What do you want to do with this? Because I think it would probably be a mistake to bring over your previous Da Vinci content, depending on what you're trying to do. Now, if you're not sure how to word that, I'll give you some multiple choice answers.
Oh, please. I love multiple choice.
Okay. So I'm thinking you want to do a Da Vinci channel because you want to actually try to see if you can make a channel grow by picking a specific topic, or you want to give a way for Greg to not have to show up in your Da Vinci by having it a separate channel. Let's see, what else would it be? Just to experience multiple channels? I'm a little bit puzzled why you would want to have a separate channel. There's some possible reasons why you might want to have it, but
Is there an all
Why?
of the above choice?
okay, well then let me take another route. I would enjoy seeing you try to grow a channel using the techniques that are known to be able to grow a channel. So for instance, if you were to do it on the Da Vinci topic, I would think you could make a good go of it by creating some very specific tutorial videos for Da Vinci beginners. Since you are a Da Vinci beginner, you have that mind frame.
Right.
There you go.
But people going, and you would want to do them on specific topics. So like if somebody learning Da Vinci wants to learn how to use a particular tool, then you could say how to use Da Vinci such and such tool for beginners. That would be a title that would have very searchable content, and people who are beginners would really go for that content. Now, in making that video, I would suggest that you use your current Da Vinci debacle and the homies to help you learn and develop how to use a specific tool, and then do a really tight video where in 4 or 5 minutes you could teach a specific topic, so that people who find that channel are finding short videos that get them the learning that they want, and then they can leave, because that's what really grows YouTube channels fast, is content that people can search for, that there's people out there that want to find that content, and then they find the instructional material they want in a short video. I heard you say on your show this morning, I think it was, some 4 or 5 minute long video that you only watched 30 seconds of.
Yep.
Then you went on to try to do it yourself. Well, that's what people do. So your Da Vinci debacle episodes that are mainly about you poking around trying to figure things out, that's not going to make good searchable content that YouTube will recognize that people are enjoying finding. But if you use Da Vinci debacle on your normal channel to figure out how to do certain tools, and then create a video that just in a very short amount of time teaches that item, Da Vinci such and such tool for beginners. And you could even make all of your videos similarly named, and people would come to learn. That's a place to go for a quick lesson on that specific feature. Now, I'm saying that I would enjoy seeing you do that, because that is a really good way to grow a channel. That's not what I'm doing with my channel, and I intentionally did not pursue that yet, because I had a specific thing that I wanted to be able to do live help with fixing people's computers. I knew that was going to take longer. So now the reason why you don't want to move your current Da Vinci content there, because if people find one of your searchable videos on the new channel, and then they start browsing your other videos, they're going to get frustrated with them, because they are not short, tight videos teaching a specific subject. Those are hangout videos. That your Da Vinci debacle and your evening show, in my opinion, is like, let's see, what was it? Seinfeld, a show about nothing. Meaning it's about people hanging out, enjoying each other's company,
Right.
and you do whatever topics that you choose to do, and you never really have a specific topic in mind. Well, that's great for people who want to just hang out and get acquainted with other people, and you wouldn't want that kind of a channel to grow, because what happens if you've got 100 people wanting to come in on the Zoom session? You're not going to be able to maintain friendships with that large number of people.
No.
And awareness of
Doug, remember the pandemic? Somebody
Yeah.
reached out to you, and we had our club meetings through the Zoom, and you helped out on that. Remember that? I think you
Wow.
did. I don't know.
I don't think we did many of them. That seems like, yeah, we
It
may
was
have
like only
done,
2 or 3, I think.
yeah, 2 or 3, yeah.
That's all.
I did more Zoom work with other groups of
Oh,
people for the pandemic, so that's why that one doesn't, I don't remember
uh,
a whole lot.
it was busy back then.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember what we did there.
Well, I
So,
do. Never mind.
So
Carry on.
yeah,
I really hate to answer a question with a question, but I'm going to answer your questions with a question.
okay, that's all right.
Mrs. K and I are thinking about doing a cooking with Mrs. K type of deal.
Yeah.
Do you think I should just do that on the normal channel I have now, as opposed to starting a whole brand new channel?
Well, do you want to make that just a hangout experience, or are you going to do it in a way to teach people how to cook a particular recipe?
Well, I'm involved, so there's probably not going to be not much teaching, but the ultimate thing is going to be she's going to teach people how to create or how to make Filipino food. My audio on YouTube
Okay.
is low. Here we go again. Oh my gosh, one day it's high, one day it's low. Well, here's the conundrum with that. Nothing is moved. No settings are moved. I'm not moved. The microphone's not moved. Let me go
Well,
adjust.
I've heard you say that several times, and I've never heard you too loud. So I don't know where you're
According to
getting
the
the too
mixer,
loud
it does
from.
look a little, it's not even quite getting to the yellow. So I bumped it up and now it's getting to the yellow.
Well, don't bump it up. Move it up a significant amount.
Oh, okay.
So it's doing real good in the yellow, because I've heard you before, you bump it up and it's not enough.
Okay. So well, it's almost 100% and like fingernail width getting in the yellow. So let me tilt the
That's
microphone
barely
down.
there. Maybe you
Yeah,
need some gain.
yeah. Now
Well,
desktop audio is cool. Maybe, and if I match the settings for desktop to my mic, then I'm going to get really super low because now I'm not even 3/4 through the green bar on the
okay.
mixer.
You have a Blue Yeti. Turn the gain knob up on the Blue Yeti.
We did that the other night, and again, nothing has changed since, but I'll turn it up yet again. Okay, the gain is now back to about where it was originally. We turned it down the other night, and that seemed to help. Now, oh my gosh, according to the mixer, I'm getting into the red.
Well, it feels real comfortable to me now.
It's nice and toasty here too. Of course, I have these 5 Dougs behind me, and they're quite frankly starting to get on my nerves.
Yeah, that wouldn't take long.
You actually have 7 Dougs behind you.
I believe there are
Yeah,
7.
but
Yeah,
yeah,
because
but
there's
who's
2 little
counting?
ones. Yeah, there are. And honestly, this is not what I had in mind when I started this, but this is how it turned out. And I'm going to fine tune this a little bit. What was your question about our cooking thing? Are we going to teach, or is it just going to be like this? It's probably
Yeah.
going to be more teachable, I'm wanting, than I think like this.
Okay,
We
so that sounds like a separate channel to me, and it sounds easy that you could say, you could put a recipe name, because even though it may be live and unscripted, she's going to pick a recipe that she's going to cook.
Right.
She's not going to. You're not going to turn the camera on and figure out, oh, what are we going to cook tonight?
Doug.
That's the Da Vinci style.
Doug, think about that.
What?
Of course, we're going to turn the camera on and decide what we're going to cook tonight.
No,
But no,
you gotta have
you're
your
right.
ingredients and stuff. So that's definitely a separate channel, and that doesn't have to be tightly edited. But the problem there is, if you do it live and unscripted, are you going to have a handheld camera that you're going to be using? Because that'll be kind of difficult to do with stationary cameras, I would think.
Probably just going to use the iPhone, and probably I'm going to be holding it. Yes, because we tried it once with the 35 millimeter, and that didn't go too well because it was not focusing. Today we did a 2.5 minute test run of things, so to speak, and I haven't seen any reviews on it yet. Although people commented, "Boy, that looks good." And it was just pancakes. So I'm more than likely it's going to be with the iPhone. Maybe both iPhones, one being static, one not being static. I really don't know yet. And then clip them together in DaVinci. So
All right.
to go
Well,
back
you
to your,
would
go ahead.
go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say I think you need to be real conscious of uh executive director can, producer can, cameraman can, and be doing a good job of each of those roles. Because if that's got too much motion in it and you're not got the framing very good, I think people aren't going to enjoy watching it as much. So you got to be real conscientious about how you're producing that. But I think that's very, very workable channel. Filipino cooking with a specific recipe name, and it's significant part the personality interaction between you and her.
Right.
Get the camera on you once in a while so that there's some good interaction, and it's not just cooking.
Sure.
No, Ken, to give real good reviews, we have to have samples.
Oh,
Yeah, I agree.
I won't mind.
Amen to that.
Uh,
You
You
are
can fly one of us in every week you do this to be the taste tester.
yeah.
I think you're already familiar with how to do Google Drive, so you could include in those videos a link in the description of the video for the recipe that people could download it from your Google Drive right then.
Thank you for that. Such high praise. I have no idea how Google Drive works.
Oh, well, you got enough help around here to figure it out.
Now that I do have. I will agree with you on
Do
that.
you,
So back
do
to
you
your
have-
original question.
I'm sorry, question, Ken.
I remember way back when you and I had actually discussed the possibility of starting a second channel specifically for DaVinci, or at least maybe I thought we did. And lately it's just been more and more running in my head. So I actually created one the other night. I called it, of all things, Ken Vinci. Real original. And I thought, well, shoot, it's going to start out virginal. There's not going to be anything there. So if I brought something over, that would be good. But then I see your point about that.
No.
As far as growing the channel, it would be interesting to know, of the 268 I think I have right now, how many of them are here because of the daily debacle? How many of them are here because of the nightly Zoom with the Zoom homies? And it's just me. I would kind of sort of like to know, but it's not a big deal. I may shelve the DaVinci one now for a while and give it some more thought, but we are going to proceed forward with Cooking with Mrs. K. And we also have thought about doing a weekly gig, just us hanging out. No, just she and I hanging out, doing something 15, 20, 30 minutes or something along those lines.
Yeah.
I'm going to give that a little bit more thought as well. So,
Well, that would be just a personality driven thing, which is fine and very doable. That's a different audience than the audience for the Filipino cooking. And the audience that you have now for your evening sessions and your DaVinci sessions, I don't think they are the audience that are going to be attracted to a DaVinci teaching channel. And I think it would be a whole lot better for you to do the Filipino cooking rather than a DaVinci specific channel. Because
I'm kind of leaning that way.
You just kind of fell into DaVinci. You don't have a reason to get good with it that I know of. You just kind of enjoyed it a bit and started tinkering with it.
I got into DaVinci because I watched Jim's one video, and his fast forwarding was awesome. I mean, it was truly fast forward. I was using Sony Vegas Pro at the time, and my fast forwarding was not so impressive. So I wrote him an email and asked him what he used. That's how I got into DaVinci, and it's gone really where it's at. I've thought about maybe going back and grabbing a free version of Sony just to mess around. There were some things in there I did like, but I absolutely enjoy DaVinci, and I want to get better at it. I want to grow my knowledge of it by watching tutorials and by me getting there and doing what I did today and just messing around. And I picked on you, by the way.
That's fine.
Okay, thanks. Yeah. Am I ever
Yeah,
going to
that-
be a 3.9 million subscribers for Daily Da Vinci? No, I'm not.
No, well, you
know.
could continue enjoying it, just doing the way you're doing now, but if you try to make a specific channel out of it, that becomes a bit of a job. And or a mission. But my gut tells me that you would get greater fulfillment and enjoyment out of doing the Filipino cooking show with Lorna.
Probably.
I
Oh,
just
twofold, yeah.
assume
Get good
that.
food to eat.
Yeah.
And yeah, I agree.
And she's already kind of involved with you, interacting with you on the Ken Stout live show, and so she's interested that much in what you're doing. And if you actually have a show that you're doing together, geez, that just seems like a good thing for a couple to do. I mean, if she's interested, you can't drag her into
She
it.
actually is. She to the point where she wants to write a theme song with the words, the lyrics, and actually play it on the guitar. So
Oh wow.
And that was just after one short little discussion.
Yeah.
So we'll see. We will see. So a question, you said executive producer, director. What was the other one? Cameraman.
Audio technician.
Well, I do have 2.5 months experience now, so I feel really comfortable about that.
Yeah, we finally got you to turn your volume up enough by today. How many times have you watched back your show to critique it yourself?
Do you want me to answer that honestly?
On one hand.
No, it would take two hands.
It would take two hands?
Yeah, I
All right.
actually have gone back and watched quite a few of my shows,
Well, good.
both Da Vinci and the live Zoom and the golf, because I do want to improve at this. I don't want to be stuck here a year from now like I am a year from a year ago and still be at the same keel that I'm at. I do want to have a little bit of growth. And there are some times when I go, I did that, you know. So I do know I need to grow. I'm not ever going to script anything except for maybe the cooking show. Now, the cooking show I feel might need to be scripted somewhat.
Somewhat.
Not just open the refrigerator and go, hey, what are we going to cook today type deal. But other than that, the other ones are going to go. The golf, I'm going to try to grow the golf a little bit more now that I have the gizmo that the camera, if I can remember how to put the camera on there properly so it's not upside down. That's where the 2.5 months of experience of being a producer comes in. I was a little lax on that. It is fun to watch an upside down golf video. If you ever want to see the full version, let me know. I have it. So, yes.
Well, on the golf, I think if you want to make a go of that ought to be a separate channel too, and those videos ought to be edited down.
Yes.
Rather than just live stream the whole thing. Just get the tee shot for each hole, and then go up and you could have the camera running the whole time, but that makes it more difficult in editing. If you stop and start the camera at the beginning of play on each hole and get each shot through the hole and get some interaction. Now, the reason for keeping it on running all the time would be to get the conversations that you have along the way, because you never know when an entertaining conversation is going to occur.
Right. When she and I golf together and she's holding the camera, right, there is interesting conversation. When I've hooked it up to my gizmo and it's just me, there's still conversation, but it's not interesting because it's myself talking to myself.
Yeah.
And as if I'm talking to an audience, because I've actually said a couple times on a couple of the ones I recorded with, I don't know who I'm talking to. Nobody can see this. It's a recording. So I'm aware it's a recording, but I still, do what I do. So anyway,
well,
cool.
My opinion, that's an entertaining thing to say anyway.
Well, thank you. Let me grab the wallet. How much do I owe you for this time?
Shut up.
You are part Filipino. I knew it. Does anyone have any questions for Doug?
Well, let me give another comment.
We'll come back to questions for Doug. QFD later. Go ahead.
On the golf. You probably have multiple phones around. cell phones, old phones that aren't functional anymore, aren't
So
serviceable
you were
anymore,
in
or
on
could get
the
your hands on some.
you were in on the Alex and Chris Android thing, weren't you?
No.
I can neither confirm
no.
nor deny. Yes, I have an old phone that they sent me that I could use. Yes.
Yeah. Well, the reason for that is you and Lorna could both carry a phone and maybe even have some kind of a Bluetooth microphone or something so that you get good audio. Because that's a real challenging thing with the golf videos is to have good audio.
Yes, it's funny you mention that because between hole number 1 and hole number 2, on the first video that was not upside down, I said, if this goes well, I'm going to have to look into investing in a wireless microphone because I realize the audio is going to be horrible. And it was.
Yeah.
Even though I have a loud voice, it still was horrible. So, yes.
You remember, I think it was one of the first golf videos that you put out. You were really surprised by how much attention that it got. Right?
The one that has the most attention is 11 seconds of me hitting 5 golf balls as quickly as I can on a putting green.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's got 6,600 views.
Yeah. Well, it's short, and did it have a title to that effect?
Fast forward putting.
Yeah. Yeah. So that was an interesting title to anybody who's into golf, and when they see it's a short video, that is a gimmick that'll get a lot of attention. Now, as far as a monetized video, you wouldn't make a lot of money from it because it's watch time that counts.
Right.
So a lot of views on a really short video, but that gets attention to your channel. And that could, a lot of people, when they see even a short video that they find entertaining and they are into golf, they'll just go ahead and click subscribe so that they start seeing the new content that you're coming out with. They're probably not going to go binge your old content until they really fall in love with you. But they'll start watching the new stuff that you put out. And so also, if you were to do a separate golf channel, I do not think you should try to move any of your existing content over. Just have a plan for what you're going to put on there in a way that would, draw people to come and watch and to subscribe. And when you do it, when you're making those videos out on the golf course, the tee for a particular hole and each of the shots leading up to the hole, occasionally you're going to have a hole that was really, really good to play and had entertaining audio with it. And you might wind up only publishing that one hole with a title that is fitting to it, so that somebody doesn't have to watch the whole 18 holes or 9 holes, whatever you play, in order to get the juicy piece. Now, then also, if you're using separate phones to capture the audio, typically on a golf video, when people are hearing an audio, they're not seeing your mouth, so you don't have to worry about lip sync. So you could have audio interaction between you and Lorna from a different hole that you are falsely putting onto hole number 7, because now you've got an entire hole that is entertaining from the tee all the way to sinking the last putt. And you can, whatever other audio has been captured during the whole play, you could just include on that one hole. And that could be a much better way to grow a golf channel rather than publishing the entire 18 holes,
right,
including all of the dull stuff. And it would take less editing time for you, which is a big deal.
Well, it is. I know. You know that. I know that. Tim knows that. Jose probably knows that. It's I didn't realize the editing that was involved in this.
Yeah. And then also, when you're trying to edit an 18-hole long movie, the rendering time is going to be horrendous for it, depending upon how many cuts and stuff you have.
Right.
Doing editing for one hole, and you get a one hole down to a 3-minute to 10-minute video that's entertaining. That's a channel that can really take off.
Right. We have a question from the audience for Doug Betts. Are you looking for a free replacement for Macroom Reflect?
No. Macrium Reflect already free. Why would I be interested in a replacement for it?
Because it ends in January.
Ends in January? Oh, the free ends in January?
Yes.
Well, then I might be. Now I have a link that Zvi Menor provided that is a third-party website that has downloadable versions of old versions of Macrium Reflect. So I
Really?
could continue it that way, yeah.
I
So,
have a
but-
question.
Well, no, let me finish with this new free backup software first. What is that, Greg?
No, I was wondering if you were looking at another software.
Oh, you didn't have one to offer. You didn't have one to suggest. You're just
Right.
inquiring. Yeah.
No, this is not the Doug Betts channel where people have good suggestions. This is my channel, and Les Wintermute's here. You can forget that. I hear giggling. I was successful. Well, thanks everybody. I gotta go. Go ahead, Tim. What was your question for Mr. Betts?
Well, it's probably a good question for all of us that's using Macrium Reflect, the free version. After they discontinue that, will the free ones that we've already made a partition on a flash drive, will they still work?
Yes.
I'm assuming they will.
I'm sure they will. And you
Just,
should be.
just no
you should-
updates.
Yeah, you should turn off update checking.
Okay.
All right.
The old versions let you do that. It's possible that the more recent free versions might not have the option to turn off updates.
Those old versions may not see newer drives and all that.
True. And so when you get to a newer computer that doesn't, Macrium Reflect doesn't see it, then you got to go do something else.
And add a driver, might be able to add a driver.
Well, I've had some versions of Macrium Reflect that failed to recognize a drive that's in a computer, and so I got an updated version and then it worked. So that's definitely a thing, depending upon how old of a version you have. But an old version with a computer that a free version is working on, that's not going to stop working. Just by virtue of Windows updates or anything else, because it's independent of the operating system. It'll back up whatever's on a drive.
Okay, that's good to know.
I have a question, Ken.
Oh, we are. Can we open the floor for questioning now, Doug?
Sure.
QFD time. Go ahead.
All right, well,
Question for
this
Doug.
is brought up by something that happened the other night. If you have a YouTube channel and you've uploaded videos, then you lost your original on your own system, can you download it without having a paid YouTube account? Can a creator retrieve one of his videos that he uploaded earlier?
I suspect that's a yes, but I don't know that I've tested it. My brother Stan does not have a paid account. I don't recollect him ever telling me that he downloaded a video because all of his are uploads. He doesn't do any live streams.
No, but if you lost one or something, or your own copy got corrupted or whatever,
Yeah,
I'm curious about
So-
that. There are third-party utilities that you can download stuff with in spite of what YouTube wants. But YouTube keeps updating how they do things a little bit to foil those folks.
So
yeah.
you're not referring to the fact I inadvertently deleted the Sunday night stream, then, right? You're talking about something that.
Well, no, I remembered we were talking about trying to retrieve something, and we didn't know how to do it. I didn't remember the
Okay.
details.
Alright.
I have used utilities to download stuff in the past, but they often don't work for long. You have to go get a new version or try somebody else's utility or whatever. I'm just curious. More of a curiosity question for me at this point than anything.
Well, I know from personal experience, having just deleted one of my videos as recently as 2 days ago, when it says they're gone, they're gone. And
Yeah.
I,
Well, yeah,
I don't
when-
record them, so it's gone.
Was it removed from your own drive or from YouTube?
Oh, from YouTube. I don't have anything on from
Yeah.
YouTube on my drive.
But that's
Okay, not even
that's
your
not Jeff's question.
Oh, I know. I figured that out.
Okay,
Oh.
all right,
All
all
right.
right.
I wish there was a way, like with everything else, it seems like in the world, where you have about 30 days and you could go retrieve it. But I somehow had the stream that ran Monday night was still, or Sunday night was still showing up to be run in studio. So without thinking, I thought if I just delete it, that would delete it from the studio only. I was wrong.
Well, now I just went to Jim's channel and I pulled up one of his videos. I can download his video. So if I can download his video from YouTube, why couldn't you download your own?
You
And
have
of
a
course-
paid YouTube account?
I do.
That's why you can download it.
Yeah, I don't. And if I tried to download something the other. Oh yeah, I demonstrated that it said download, but then they want you to do something that I'm not willing to do at this point in time. I don't remember what that was right now.
Well, they'll give you a free trial, but they want a credit card, right?
To download, there is no free trial because
Oh,
I
there
would
isn't?
took him up on that.
Oh,
Okay. Does anybody in the Zoom session have a free YouTube account?
All of
do.
us.
I do. I mean,
Okay.
most of us.
All right, so I just put a link into the Zoom chat for a under 5-minute video of Jim's. Somebody go to that link that has a free account and click on the 3-dot menu and see if you have the option to download it.
Oh, open it up. Oh, okay. Let's see. The 3-dot menu.
Bottom right of under the video.
No.
Save report, show transcript.
It's telling me download this video with premium. Plus, enjoy
Ah,
YouTube
alright.
free offline and background. It's giving me an option. The highest one is 720p.
Doug, may I
Standard
share my
480p.
Yeah,
And it's saying try for free. I'm
Oh,
clicking
wait.
not now.
Hey, I didn't get that at all.
This
I
is
just
my
have two
show.
options:
That's
report.
what I got.
All right, I'm
That's
going to
pretty
share my screen.
It's downloaded.
So I have
Really?
I have right here, not at the 3 dots, but I have the option to download right
okay.
here. Click
right.
on that.
That's what I had.
yeah.
Right, and it says premium. This video
Ah.
is with
Same thing.
premium. What I foolishly thought, well, I'll just go to 720 and get it there. And the try it for free wasn't working for me, even though now it might not be. Yeah, see, I guess
There
you
you
could
go.
click on the free trial right here somehow, but I think
Down
you have
below.
to give up your information to get that. So I'm not interested in that right yet.
I'm not.
The 3 dots, as Doug explained it, I have save, report, and show transcript.
Same thing I got.
Right.
Okay,
So
I don't have the download option.
really,
You got,
Oh,
Yep. And right
you got
up
a pay
there.
version?
I do not.
I'm talking about Ryan. I mean, Jeff. You
Jeff?
got a pay version?
No,
So yours is free, but you was able to download it.
no, wait a minute. Didn't Jeff say he does not have the
no,
download
no. I
option?
can't download it, and I have the free version. What?
Oh, okay.
Jim said he
So-
could download it.
Well,
Somebody
Ken
did.
has a Ken
I
has
got
the
it.
button.
William said he got it. So William, you went to the link, clicked on this, and clicked on the download button. And got
When,
it?
yeah, went on Doug's link, click download on the video, and it downloaded.
Are you on a mobile device or a computer?
Computer.
Interesting.
Okay, and do you have a paid YouTube account?
Yeah, you want me to share?
No, I just don't understand. Do you have a free YouTube account or a paid
Yeah,
YouTube?
free.
It's free. Okay,
Really?
well then, yeah, share your screen and show us that.
That's interesting.
Yes, please.
Where was it?
So Doug,
One-
while I still have this fresh in my mind, I want to thank you for joining us tonight and giving me some insight and information. So now I've got to make a slight change on on OBS. So everybody
Right
can
there's
see it.
the video off of the. You want me to play it?
No, I want you to go show us on Jim's channel where you've got the
Okay,
download
let's
option.
see.
Right, please. Reenact the crime. I mean, reenact the download.
All right, let's see. I know that window's closed.
Yeah, let me get out my phone and record this.
It went out share, didn't it?
It did.
All right.
But the nice thing, the way I have it set up right now, is I'm actually pointing my daily DaVinci back to this screen. So whatever's on this screen will show up. I'll now move chat out of the way so we can see the whole thing. And then if you go back to that
All right.
video,
Hmm.
if you change
Okay.
your mind, take
I
a
think I'll
chance
get
to-
out of it and go back to bring it up first. Come on. Zoom. Share. I know I got it running.
Sound like me now. I know it's here somewhere. Tab number 267. Nope, not there.
Maybe it doesn't like so many things open. Close. I didn't tell you to do that.
So, William, while you're researching, I'm going to ask you again. You don't have any relatives in the Indianapolis greater area, do you?
Not that I know of.
Oh my gosh, I swear I saw your twin today.
Well, you see my twin before too, so.
Your twin works at Kroger, so that's to be expected. But wow, I told Mrs. K, I says I really want to get a picture of this person because I know that's William Dawson. I knew it wasn't, but still, it looked so much like you.
I saw them in Winn-Dixie the other day, and they don't even have Winn-Dixies out here in California.
Ski Man says I came in late, but I heard a lot of yard work. No problem. Hold on,
Okay.
Mrs. K's entering the room.
4-level live mixture follow-up. Okay. It's the name of the video.
Tim, there's really a Winn-Dixie in California?
Everybody.
Hello, everybody.
Hi, Lorna.
And I'm here.
There it is.
I'm just asking him if he wants me to.
Hello.
Okay, go ahead and download it.
That's the same
Now,
thing.
download this video with premium.
I want to watch it because I'm gonna watch those.
No, it's wanting you to buy premium. You didn't download it with the free
First, I
Same
trial.
go
thing.
to share.
Well,
That's the same
he's
thing
doing
I
the
got.
free trial, and he already has a card in there.
He didn't click on
Feature
it though.
purchase, billing starts, start 1 month trial. He's being offered a free billing starts the end of your trial. He doesn't have the trial. You're
No.
saying that,
Billing starts June 16th, so he's in the free trial.
But yet,
no, only if he starts the trial. Billing will
Hasn't
start on
started.
June 16 if he starts the trial now. He hasn't started yet.
How'd he download the other one then?
I
right,
don't
because
know.
it says billing starts on June 16 at the end of your free trial. Right there above
And
everything.
today's May
Yes.
16th, so
So,
you started
Yeah.
a free trial when you downloaded the other one.
right. Somehow.
Well, there's a blue button on this screen that says start 1 month trial. That implies to me he hasn't started it.
Yeah, I agree with that too. I just wonder if maybe he would come back tomorrow if he could start a second free trial.
You come back tomorrow and it still says
No.
it is on the 16th, then you know he started one today.
Correct, because I can.
Yes.
Here I am marking my mouse across the screen
Yeah.
to highlight it. So if you go up just a little bit, right there below GPay Discover, billing starts on June 16th, right there. Did you start a free trial?
No, just clicked on the download link. That was
Is it possible that because you have a card registered with them, they automatically started the free trial for you?
that's
that possible?
possible.
All right, well, go back and play the video.
Yeah,
See if it
the
gives
one you
any,
downloaded, right, Doug?
Yeah, the one that you downloaded. See if it gives you any prompt when you try to
Bio.
play it.
Come on.
Or if it's even there. I mean, I'm sure it's there.
I find it interesting. I don't even have a download option for a free trial.
That is interesting.
Now, I just actually did download.
Wait a
Tim's-
minute, that's when it says download today. What's that's gonna come? That's not it.
Can you show us your screen?
Okay, I lost the screen again.
No, it's still on the.
It's still on
1
the
month
Here,
trial.
I'll stop sharing your screen and then you can show us what you're currently looking at by resharing your screen. Jim. Roy, no,
Hey,
there's
that's
not a
yesterday's
certain
date
video.
on it. That's yesterday's date. Didn't notice that.
Okay,
Yeah,
go ahead
that's
and play it.
yesterday's date. Well, the download is yesterday's date. The title of it is a day before that.
I'm
That's
gonna
gonna
guess it
open into-
opened in a separate window somewhere.
Separate window, yeah. You'll have to share that. If you actually share your monitor screen instead of a specific app, you won't have to keep
Okay.
doing that.
All right, let's see. Let me get out of this. Where is it back here? Get out of this.
Good
part of-
save, by the way. So Roy asked me if I'm looking for a specific video. No, not really. If I run across one that I've done that I want to download to mess with in
Get out of
DaVinci.
it. You want me to get out of this?
I already stopped sharing your screen for you. So if you can
Okay.
get the video running, just reshare your screen with the video.
Hey, Ken,
Yes, Chris.
there's also a program, you need to get the paid version called YouTube Downloader.
I think I've heard of that actually.
The free version, you don't want to get that. It used to install malware. the free
Jose's
version.
calling Greg. They're going to connive about something.
Now, while we're waiting for this, in my Google searching about how to let people download my videos on YouTube, I'm seeing a bunch of things that say it's illegal, you can't do that, but they're old. And I just did download Jim's video. I
Right.
think there's a setting in the YouTube studio to allow people to download your videos. And
I think
my
you're right.
first attempt at trying to do that on Ken's channel was not successful. I did not get a download button on Ken's channel.
In the past, I've used a third-party application called WinX YouTube Downloader,
I'm going to share my screen for just a
and
second.
that did work for a while.
I don't think there's audio involved, so I'm going to put it on the big screen, the big, huge screen that I have. Oh, by the way, Doug, thank you for the tip of when you grab the tab of the window instead of the whole screen, it links right back in. Thank you.
I sure.
And if you click the on the free version, first version pops up. You click not now for the go ahead with it to the download. The option disappears.
I'm trying to think of where that setting might be that Doug mentioned. I'm in my studio and I want to see
Well-
if there's a tab that I can allow people to record my videos.
I'm downloading one of Ken's recorded videos now. So it is working on that. I think it was a live stream that I attempted to download that I did not have a download option. Going back to look at that. And see, if that's the case, that tells me that you could go back and edit a video, the video settings on your of a video that's already on your channel and change whether it's downloadable or not. Now, of course, another thing you can do is just open your DaVinci Resolve and play the video on your screen and record the screen.
Right. Oh, sure. Yeah, I could do that. But I'm not seeing, I would think it'd be in their channel, maybe advanced settings, because I think when I set the new one up, I remember seeing that as well. And I thought, sure, I don't care if people record it or not. But I don't remember where it was at, and I'm not seeing it in here right now. Of course, I might not be in the right place either.
The other thing, if you get flagged for having a few seconds of copyrighted content, and you wanted to take it out, you have to have some way of editing that out. And I'm just wondering if YouTube expects you to buy a paid version.
So you're talking about if
order
we
to
come
do
in
that.
here and we go find a restriction somewhere, which we know
No,
the
just-
last one.
No, go
No,
in.
I'm just saying as an example, that might be why you might want to download one. If
Okay.
you wanted to edit out 15 seconds of something that somebody complained about
Yeah,
and you get flagged for it.
you do that right here. Go ahead, Doug.
Click on one of those videos. And then scroll down.
Favorites bar.
Scroll and then click on show more. Scroll down. My video, paid promotion, automatic chapters, places, tags, keep going. Recording date and location, license, standard license, allow embedding, short sampling. Course and comments, hold potentially. How many viewers? Okay, now that particular video, I'm gonna check and see if I can download it from your channel.
Okay.
What video was that?
That was today's, or no, that was yesterday's. 2 new features in DaVinci Resolve 18.5. It should tell you on here somewhere though, doesn't it?
That was yesterday's live
Yeah,
stream?
I'll tell you for sure. See, I get this a lot.
Two
Just
features.
save your changes. I haven't made any changes, but that pops up like every time. So I'm gonna hit OK, even though I know I made no changes. This was May 14th published, so that would have been
2 days.
2 days.
Yeah, but
Today's Tuesday.
that's an uploaded video. That's not a live stream.
Oh, you want a live stream?
Well, I don't care. What is the video you're trying to get back?
Oh, the one I'm trying to get back, I deleted. I screwed that up. I came over here and in the studio.
Oh, you deleted it.
I
from
deleted
YouTube.
it. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, I
Well,
know I did wrong.
This one called 2 new features, I already downloaded. That's the one I downloaded from your channel.
Okay.
So when you go, okay, go back into that video. Click back into the 2 new features in DaVinci Resolve. And let's see, look in our, oh, the 3-dot menu in the upper right. What's on that? Download. So that's where you can download it.
And it's working.
Yeah.
So that feature should work in just about anything I do in here. If I were to go to a live video, and let's just say for whatever the reason I wanted today's debacle, so just open it here, 3 dots, download, and
Okay, it's not available. So now scroll down in this one and go look at the show more section.
where did you see it's not available at? That's
Well, the
quick.
word download is grayed out.
Oh yeah, I see that now. Thank you. All
Okay.
right, so top to bottom,
Scroll down, show more,
show more. That's crazy.
scroll down. This stream paid promotion, automatic chapters, automatic, English caption down, recording date, standard license, allow embedding, allow people to sample. Exam course, full potentially. So I'm wondering if live streams are not downloadable. So I'm going to go look at my channel on live streams and see if I can download one of my live streams. Because maybe that's the distinction. Live replace. So I'll go to the one that I did a couple days ago.
No, this one is downloadable.
Oh,
Live.
you know what? Maybe that one was too recent. Go longer back in history.
Yeah, I went back.
And don't click into it. Just do the 3-dot menu right there on one of those.
Now
download. Now
it's grayed
go-
out.
Go to an older one.
Can I show something real quick though?
All right.
So when I did this a while ago and did this, now it's grayed out again. So maybe you get one shot to download it. I don't know. So
I
let's
don't buy
go
that.
back.
Scroll
Let's go
down.
way back. Let's go way back. So here's
I
back at
think
the
that's
beginning of
plenty.
May. So
Just
three
three dot
dots.
menu there.
Downloads there.
Download. Yeah,
3 dots.
that
Download
downloaded.
still there. Yeah, I downloaded.
Yeah.
That's
So I think the recent one's just too recent.
Could
It's
be.
not ready to be downloaded yet.
could very well be good. If I do run across something I need now, then I can download it and work with it from there. Thank you.
So you
You-
can download your own content at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Well, if I couldn't get the doggone, well, I never uploaded that to YouTube though. Is the upside down golf? All right, I'm going to stop sharing my screen. That was fun.
The terms of the one starting the 16th are on the chat if anybody wants to read them.
The terms on what?
The the premium one.
Yeah, Wintermute put a link to the terms that YouTube wants you to follow to download something.
All right, I see that in chat. Thank you. All right, as the way
Yeah,
back
sure,
machine-
because you're not gonna be allowed to republish content that you downloaded from someone else's channel. There's probably other stuff.
So Jim said he's got a question for Tim and Jose. I don't know if he's gonna ask that after the Zoom or if he's gonna join and ask while we're streaming, which in about 2 minutes, the macro will take over and it'll shut the stream down. I'm really enjoying this macro. I've got to get some timing down though. I've also got to figure out in OBS why the music to Doug's little introduction with the Doug saying I'll never be first is not coming through, because I played it the other night and it played just fine. Now tonight again there was no audio, and I'm using the laughter from Jim that really adds to it. Roy says, do I still have my email? I'm sure I do have your email address. I'm sure I don't have your original email. I don't hold on to my emails. I read them, I apply them, I do whatever needs to be done, and then I delete them. So if you'd like to resend me an email, that would be cool. I don't have, the only ones I save are business related and or like the electric company, the water company, the house that we're buying. Other than that, nothing personal. I just don't save my emails. I'm like,
So you're saying you're really clean and orderly with your emails. How did that not carry over to your file system?
oh, it did.
It did.
Yeah.
I thought you have all these duplicates and stuff all around on different drives and stuff.
Oh, I do.
Well, that's not the way you treat your emails.
No.
So it didn't carry over.
Okay. It didn't.
You're just
carry
not
over.
going to give me anything on that, are you?
No, it didn't. No, it didn't carry over. And the reason I have now, again, you guys can take this how you want. The reason I have so many duplicates of everything is because back when I was listening to, you got to do backups, you got to do backups, you got to do backups, I would throw a old laptop drive in the docking station, put on there what I did not want to lose, which was pictures, and that was on OneDrive. Then 2 or 3 days later, I was like, oh, I got to do that again. So I'd grab another drive and put everything on there again. So now I have it on one drive. Now I have it on 2 drives. Then I bought my Western Digital thing. Now I have it on 3 drives. Then I've got my 16 terabyte. Now I have it on 4 drives. And then I hate to admit this, but on my data drive, the 16 terabyte, I put pictures in a pictures folder on the main drive. And then when I started doing the DaVinci stuff, I took some of those pictures and put them in the DaVinci folder. So now I have pictures that have pictures in it. Then I have DaVinci Drive with data, DaVinci data that has the same picture. So with me, it's just endless. Look at Doug. He's like, oh my gosh.
Now I see why the picture didn't download. I didn't click the try the free trial box.
Doug, would it help
Read
if
it.
I told you I'm actually trying to clean some of that up and I'm actually trying to get better at it?
Yes.
Okay. I am. I don't, well, it's just like,
I
discovered-
just meant to give you a little jab. I didn't mean for the conversation to go on this long about that. Let it go.
Well, it's okay. I'm trying to catch up my comments where you hit the like and the heart and it makes a comment go away, but I'm exactly about 1 year behind, so that's going to take forever. That's what
Oh,
I wanted to
man.
ask you. Is there a way to do them all at
Oh.
one time?
I don't know that I've ever tried. I'm going to take a look there.
So I see the scrolling is going by, so that means that the macro kicked in is actually ending the YouTube stream. And there are going to be people joining us in Zoom that say, okay, switching to Zoom. That's fine. I still want to get to 20 at least one time on Zoom. I just want to see the chaos that's going to create. Because I know it's going to be chaotic. No doubt in my mind. You got to get with Wintermute and work on the timing of the intro because it's way off. And I did not change the thing. It says Tuesday night. Tomorrow night will be 10:30 on Wednesday. I've got news about that coming up that I'm going to announce tonight in the Zoom homies chat, but I don't want to release it publicly yet. And I think you guys will understand why later on here in about 5 minutes or 3 minutes or 2 minutes or however long it is. So that's going to do it. Doug, I want to thank you. I appreciate you being here. Hopefully we'll see you more often. Maybe one day we can do a thing where I let you log in and maybe you can help me figure out a way to clean up my multiple copies of my pictures. I noticed Doug didn't respond to that.
Delete star.
Could do that, yep. So I'm going to go ahead and press the button. Now I noticed today when I pressed the button on YouTube Studio, it ended it just that quick. I'm following in my mentor's footsteps, so without further ado, this should end it like naturally that didn't work. Are you kidding me? Really? See, Doug, I do watch, I do pay attention. I try to replicate what you do, and I get this. It don't work.